Hello everyone, my name is Candace Higgins. On my channel we discuss fashion, music, and film. Today's hot topic, Dave Chappelle's comedic special, The Closer. Was it funny? Was it a flop? You'll have to watch to find out. Was it controversial? Yes. Chappelle gets real personal in this special, highlighting real experiences and his raw responses. He starts off by saying he was raped as a child by a pastor. This comes nearly weeks away from the French clergy uncovering nearly 200,000 cases in child molestation. He jokingly admits to liking the encounters, feeling pride in it, which I think is a homage to the gay community. He then follows up by saying that the reason why this progressed was because he asked for it, the older person in question. And he kind of gave a long look into the camera, which is something that, most actors don't do. It's called breaking the third. And I feel like when he did that, he was kind of alluding to the Me Too movement, which he actually mentioned later on in his spiel. Ultimately, this piece is directed towards the trans community. He has a mission and a motive. His top controversial statements are as followed. 1. Uncancel rapper DaBaby. There are reports that DaBaby shot and killed a man in a Walmart. Sources say that it was an act of self-defense. But nonetheless, Dave Chappelle is questioning why is it okay for DaBaby to allegedly kill someone, but can't say any remarks regarding the gay community. He was kind of putting that on a platter for the audience to decide whether or not our society is getting things wrong. His second point that he made was that he supports the Me Too movement, but not the way it was handled. He said specifically, and I quote, "It was stupid. They were doing stuff like going to the Golden Globes, wearing matching dresses, saying, we're gonna give men a piece of our minds." And he said that in a joking way, saying that the movement was pretty bland and that in the past, he's had a similar situation where he decided to take his future in his own hands, and this is when he walked away from a $15 million deal, saying that the ladies of the Me Too movement could have probably done something similar to that, such as firing their agents and not working with certain directors. His last message is to stop beating down on my people. This is a quote that Dave Chappelle has heard from the trans community, alleging to him to stop beating down on their community, and he is readdressing the same quote back to them, and ending on a sad note, referencing his lost friend, Daphne Dorman. She was a transgender woman who befriended Dave Chappelle in his earlier stages of his career, just being a good sport about comedy, wanting to learn, acknowledging Dave Chappelle and his funniness, and even with regards to his trans jokes. So far, Netflix says they are not taking down the special. They're essentially saying that this is a work of art and this is a comedic special. None of these statements should be taken so directly just because it is a comedian. And for everyone out there who was offended, this is a comedian. He is doing it for laughs. He is pushing the boundaries. I can see how someone would get offended by some of his words, but I genuinely don't think Dave Chappelle meant it in a way to demean anyone. I think he's legit just poking fun at everyone, and the trans community is one of those groups included. If anything, I do kind of feel they should feel a little bit special that they're being addressed directly. It's causing a lot of controversy. Everyone is talking about this. So kind of raising awareness for the trans community in a sense. The one community that Dave Chappelle actually did not touch on at all was the Latino community. He made jokes about Black, he made jokes about white, he made jokes about Asian, Christian, Jewish, he pretty much hit all the big points. But again, those smaller minority groups such as the Latinos, who are often overlooked, once again kind of overlooked, he has always included people of Latino background in his works of art. So I don't think he has anything against the Latino community. It's just a small mention that he actually didn't mention that group. Overall, I thought it was thought-provoking. It wasn't too much of a ha-ha funny, but there were some jokes that I had to laugh. Some moments where he said things that, you know, you generally probably wouldn't say out loud, but you definitely think it. And he has the stage and he says those things, and me, I was dying. You guys should definitely watch this special. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments below if you thought any of it was offensive or if you thought he was a magical genius. Thank you so much for watching. If you got to this point, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love seeing your support. I can't wait to see you next time in our next video. Take care.